excellence is the result of paying attention to the details. And nobody does that better than Matt Miller, whether it's just in how he presents himself, how he engages with others, and then certainly in his role as mayor of the city of Ashland, moving us forward as a community.
I think a lot of people just assume that I must have always wanted to be in politics. And the truth is, I grew up in a family where neither my mom nor my dad were registered to vote. We lived out in the country in Jeromesville area, and so during the summers, I would ride my bike to see Grandma. Grandma, even though she was not political, she was definitely interested in patriotism. Grandpa was in World War II, and so when it came time to vote, she always made sure she voted. And she'd take me with her. That did influence me. I was interested in the patriotic aspect of America. After junior high, it started to transition from a simple interest in patriotism to public service and working in the government. Of course, as a kid, I was thinking, I don't know if I want to be a politician because politicians are bad. Politicians are corrupt, and I don't know that I can be the person I'm supposed to be and be a politician. Well, you can be a good public servant. And even though we might have a few politicians that are characters, it doesn't mean we all have to be characters.
My mother first began to mentor Matt when he was a student at Ashland University. She encouraged him to work through the Ashbrook Center, to come into government, to come into politics, and he did just that.
After I finally ran for office, my mom did register. My dad still hasn't registered because he doesn't trust the politicians.
We were fellow board members on the Ashbrook board, and then we both served on Senator Bill Harris's kitchen cabinet, so to speak. And I can remember thinking way back then, man, how can you not like this guy?
When I first met Matt, I wanted to really not like him because he's just a little too good looking, so well presented, has that thick head of hair, and I didn't have any of those things going for me. And so what I learned after getting to know him for a while is that he's the genuine article. And he just has the ability to engage people around him. He's willing to collaborate, but he's also a person of high moral character, integrity, everything that you would want in a leader. The hair thing is still very annoying to me, though.
Matt is someone who's visionary and he's strategic, but he's full of enthusiasm and determination. He's also a man of faith.
I view being mayor of our city very much like being the senior pastor of a giant church. Just like you'd expect your pastor to listen to your concerns, to do whatever he can to help, to care about you regardless, and to treat you all equally, that is what I hope to bring to the position of mayor.
A few years ago, we funded what was called a City of Ashland Targeted Action Plan, just as Matt was initially coming into his role as mayor.
One of the first things we did was try to figure out a way to get an audience with developers and with site selectors.
He's really paid attention to trying to attract new employers so that we could increase the availability of jobs in our community. But also he's really tackled the lack of housing inventory.
And now there's rarely a week that goes by that there isn't a developer that is calling, and not because they're exploring the possibility of doing a project, but because they've already decided they want to do a project here.
An outcome of the Targeted Action Plan is the development of what's called the Pump House District.
A giant industrial complex that had been half demolished, and we were able to get that mess cleaned up. It's time to redevelop that site. The Pump House District will feature a 90-bedroom hotel. There will be about 5 market-rate apartment buildings on that site for somewhere between probably 500 to 1,000 people just 1 or 2 blocks from our downtown.
He went into all the businesses downtown and encouraged them to grow and start new things and gave them the tools and the ideas to grow us together.
I greatly appreciate what he has done downtown and just building the wholesomeness of downtown, building it out, making it more of a destination spot.
I used to tell people more frequently than I do now, we want to become as much like a Hallmark movie as we possibly can. And that always gets a chuckle, but the truth is, I'm serious. Because those movies feature a feeling, an atmosphere, an idyllic place to live, an idyllic world to live in.
He sees the importance of there being desirable and safe places for people to go, and also meaningful things for people to do. The Kroc Center was a special gift given to the Ashland community, and he was part of the initial imagining and fundraising and building and establishment of the Kroc Center as its first employee. He was a big part of helping with strategizing and helping that come to be.
When we put together events like the Christmas tree lighting or the Christmas parade, or we put together an event like our recent St. Patrick's Day festivities where we dye the town creek green, or even our upcoming swimming pool party at the city pool where we fill the pool with 3,000 rubber duckies, each of those fun activities have the sole purpose of creating the perfect place to live.
Things like that help create the community development side that in the end helps the true economic development opportunities when people come to town.
That wonderful swimming pool party that I talked about, 2 years ago, that pool party had about 600 people. Last year, 1,400. Downtown Trick or Treat, 2,700. 1 year later, over 6,000. Our Christmas parade in 2024 had over 22,000 people there.
You really started seeing this renaissance and revitalization, both in tangible things with revitalization of downtown, but also this revitalization of intangibles.
The attitude we Ashlanders have about our community and about our hometown has clearly changed. Now people are proud of their hometown. And not only are we proud to be here, we're proud to tell others what a wonderful place Ashland is. This is where I belong, and I do enjoy every day coming to work, working hard to build a better community in which we all get to live.
Wherever his life path leads him, I think Ashland will always be home, and he's done everything in his power, everything he could do to make this place as good as it could be under his leadership. So that's a big testament.
I think the sky's the limit for that guy. He'll be remembered as the one who brought Ashland back.